Tighten up those belts. It's time to go wheels up. Yeehaw! So it was really good.
So it was like,
I'm on the tour. I'm like Tiger Woods status.
what's your handicap?
Freaking sack. Like +4. Welcome back to Wheels Up Wednesday. I'm Matt Omick, joined with your main host, Spencer Hill. What's up, diggity dog?
Diggity dog. Is that kind of like the new Daryl Waltrip for everybody?
Since he retired, I'm doing the new diggity dog. It's time to go wheels up.
I like it, man. I like it. Hey, how's that golf game today that I wasn't invited to?
Dude, it was great. Absolutely phenomenal. Yep. Couple bogeys, couple pars, a birdie then here, couple more pars, no double bogeys. Great day.
How do you figure out your handicap?
You basically take what par is for the whole 18 or 9 holes you're playing, and then you figure out your score. Usually it'd be above what par would be. So say like 9 holes you shot a 36. Par for that would probably be like 32. Your handicap would be 4.
So I'm easily like
it's just
double digits. Like
it's math.
I would be equal like close to my age or more.
Double your age is your handicap.
Gotcha.
But anyways, I know we've taken a week off because we're celebrating a special 22nd birthday for yourself. You want to kind of touch base on how that went?
Well, my actual birthday was pretty lame. I worked. And what I did? Well, you bought me Whataburger. That was a highlight.
I took you out to lunch. I literally.
Did we do anything that night?
I canceled a detail for you to buy you lunch. Okay, I pushed it back, but okay.
You dipped like 15 minutes after lunch.
I know.
Or after I got there.
Can't I make you feel better? Come on.
Well, I mean, you tried.
Right.
It was good. That was good. And then what?
Okay, the day after.
The day after
you
we
had
just
off.
got ready for our big vacation.
Right. And those who don't know, we went to Sedona, Arizona for a few days, leaving the 4th of July, came back the following Sunday. Of the whole trip, what was your favorite part?
It had to have been karaoke.
Karaoke night. Okay, that was the night we got there, 4th of July.
Jason laid it down in karaoke.
I think, absolutely.
He painted those walls with his words, and people listened.
Kenny Chesney made a visit to Sedona, and he sang.
And let me tell you, the closer was Toby Keith, and it was loud and American proud. Holy shit, that was something.
He was an American soldier, that's for sure.
It was terrible.
Yeah, we actually got kicked out and asked not to come back ever again.
Yeah, the DJ actually cut Jason off half the song early because it was so bad.
But shout out to Full Moon Saloon, badass bar. Thank you for having karaoke.
It's like a cute little dive bar out there. That first day we went there, though, one of the cool things that we also did was we went to Slide Rock, which is basically like this natural formation water slide out there in Sedona.
Right.
And that was cool. Water surprisingly cold
and dirty,
Arizona, and very dirty. I definitely saw at least one condom, 3 Band-Aids,
cigarette butts
everywhere.
Yeah,
plenty of spit just floating around.
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
And you hate water, and I'm surprised
I hate water.
You actually.
I went in.
You foregoed it.
I dived. I didn't do the big dive in, but I did the slide in to get
because
my
it's
whole
called
body wet.
Slide Rock.
Yeah.
So that was the first day. We died on the second day mountain biking. That was tough. But
mountain biking was so gnarly. Let me tell you though, it does help a ton to have a bike that is actually meant to do all that stuff.
It does.
Because in previous mountain biking excursions that we've been on, I've struggled so bad because I'm just on like this old janky ass Diamondback bike that it has front suspension but no rear.
Right.
And then like my gears are all screwed up because I just like right rear rocks everywhere and shit. And so like the little thingy on the rear sprocket's all kinked and
which is what Chris was on this weekend, and yeah, he was a trooper and
he did good. But my point in that is like Randy rented me a good bike out there,
right? And
I looked like a fucking rock star.
It makes a difference.
Yeah,
it really does.
I looked like I knew what I was doing, and I had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing we could take out of that is good cardio, maybe.
Yeah, we literally...
It was 100 degrees.
We almost died.
We had no water.
I thought that was going to be the closest to death of the whole weekend, but I was wrong by a lot.
Yeah, well, that's okay. At least we're here. We didn't die. But it was definitely a Death Wish weekend.
It was a Death Wish weekend. The next day after that, we rented razors, and that was scarier than it should have been.
It was cut short for sure.
Yeah. That's a whole hashtag, don't let Matt drive.
Yeah, don't lift either, because if you lift, you're slow.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I posted on Twitter last night, legend says that Matt Omick still has the throttle pinned on that razor.
It's still 6 grand. Ring, 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 ring.
Yeah,
so,
that was
anywho.
That was a gnarly situation. I'm glad everybody's okay, though.
Same.
The only thing really hurt is Matt's pride.
Yeah.
So, other than that, though, Sedona, another vacation in the books.
You can't take us anywhere.
But we've gone 3 for 3 for messing up things on vacation.
Yeah.
Terribly bad.
I wonder where we're going to go next.
I hope on the 4th one we might have learned something.
Maybe.
But it's unlikely knowing our group.
This is true.
Where should we go for the 4th one? That's a good topic.
New Orleans.
You think
Bourbon Street.
New Orleans, huh?
New Orleans, go to the French Quarters.
French Quarters down in New Orleans. Have a
Get some gumbo.
Get some gator in us.
Some gator.
I do love me some gator. I tried that gator out there in Florida.
I think that would be interesting.
Only for Mardi Gras, though. I think that would be like the pinnacle, right?
Right. February, March time, right?
I think another good one, we were kind of talking about Denver. That's really close. That could be like, we could easily drive there.
Right.
That's a fun little town. Honestly, I think like Phoenix.
Yeah.
We could have some fun in Phoenix if we go to the right area.
This is true.
Another one might be Vegas.
Vegas
like not
is,
for racing.
Right.
Like actually just go down there to like vacation.
Like a strip vacation.
But that also worries me because I feel like if we're going to get in trouble in another place, it would probably be Las Vegas. There's a lot of opportunity to screw up there.
There is. I mean, there's opportunity to screw up here in Albuquerque.
Who knew? I mean, I didn't think there was opportunity to screw up in Sedona, but Matt found a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
If there's a will, there's a way. Murphy's Law.
So, Matt, it doesn't really coincide with the whole vacation scene, but one thing that I did get into this past week was there's a new season of this Netflix show called Stranger Things. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have.
It's kind of like, it deals with like basically this whole mind-blowing deal with an alternate universe that's happening parallel to our universe, and it's like just scary and sketchy and everything. Well, I found out this week, like I was reading this article, and scientists are actually trying to prove that there is a parallel universe happening right now and that time travel is possible.
Okay.
And I think that's really interesting.
It is interesting.
But it's also mind-blowing because we can't even figure out how to go from LA to New York under 6 hours. So I don't know how we're going to like time travel in a whole new continuum.
And to another planet, right?
Yeah.
No, I
you believe in that shit? Like, you buy it?
To an extent. I have listened to many podcasts about Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist.
You listen to podcasts?
I do. Interesting. I make one too. It's called Wheels Up Wednesday. Tune in every Wednesday. But back to my point, he does talk about things like parallel universes and different forms of like, I don't know, life out there, I guess. But
there's got to be life out there, right?
I mean, it makes you think, like...
Think about... we're just such a tiny little dot, though, in this huge universe. There's got to be more out there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, this is true. I don't want to get into it crazy, but I definitely... I'm intrigued to know if there really is, because I think science has backed up, basically, where we are now to when the Earth started.
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe that the same thing that made Earth, which is matter, it's what we're made of, made up all the other planets, so why wouldn't there be?
I see your point there. Okay, well, how about this? You gotta only believe in one.
Carbon and matter is what the Earth is made of. That's all the components of Earth.
This is the smartest you've ever fucking sounded.
The components of humans.
Well, what about water?
Carbon and matter.
Well, there's some hydrogen too.
Absolutely.
So
the building blocks are carbon and matter.
But aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot. Which one's the most believable?
Aliens.
Aliens?
100%. Shit. That got me thinking. Okay, if you ask Jay Johnston, Bigfoot and Yeti.
Bigfoot?
Really?
Yeah. So that's probably like my... Fuck, man, that's
exactly. But then
ghosts. I kind of believe in ghosts.
What do you think about ghosts? Really?
I've always been like really into ghosts. I remember when me and Cody were little, like we'd go play ghost hunters throughout the whole house, and most of it was just scaring ourselves. But man, I could see that. I can honestly, all three of those, I believe in.
Before ghosts, I would believe in aliens and Bigfoot.
Aliens and Bigfoot.
Yeah. Aliens, Bigfoot.
You think you've ever seen any of those? You ever seen an alien Bigfoot?
Oh, hell no.
No?
Nope.
I've seen some pretty sketchy shit in the woods before. I don't know what it is.
Cody.
It's some pretty unexplainable things. And I've done some things that I can't quite explain.
That's okay.
So
that's fine. But that is interesting.
That is, yeah. I'm glad we hashed that one out a little bit. Something that wasn't so alien was a crazy Daytona race that we had this past weekend for 4th of July weekend.
Yep.
The last 4th of July weekend race at Daytona after 61 years of doing it. Do you think that the move over to Indianapolis next year is going to be a good thing for NASCAR? Or do you think that tradition should have stayed and we should have stayed at Daytona for that summer race?
I think traditions should have stayed only because I went to Daytona for the Coke Zero 400 about 5 years ago, and I had a blast. And I think you said it's been there 60 years.
Yep.
Why change it now? If it's not broke, don't break it, right?
I agree. But on the other hand, I do think that Indianapolis needed some sort of resurgence because, let's be honest, there's no fans going to Indy for NASCAR. There's nobody going there.
It's all Formula One and
Formula
Indy?
1 don't race
you mean?
at Indy.
What do you?
IndyCar.
It's all Indy.
At Indy.
Right.
Yeah. So it's made for open wheel cars.
I see your point.
It just doesn't really. They are not NASCAR fans out there. They're open wheel fans out there.
So you would agree with me? They should have kept it in Daytona.
Yeah. I do. I just don't think
it's
going to be the fix-all for Indy.
Okay.
I think, personally, we should ditch the big speedway, let IndyCar and IRL have their fun over there for the Indianapolis 500. It's their track. That obviously, they pull a better fan base.
And where would you take NASCAR to?
We should go right across the street to Indianapolis Raceway Park, O'Reilly Raceway Park, whatever you want to call it at the moment. It's the short track over there. And actually put on a good show and not a 3-hour snooze fest that's been Indy the past couple of years.
That'd be crazy.
I would.
That would be crazy. I don't know. We're gonna find out next year if that's the move.
And I hope.
And who knows? It could be a shocker. It could get more attendance, and it could be a big thing. But I really don't see it.
We had two big stories coming out of Daytona this year, though. Ross Chastain picking up Colleague Racing's first Xfinity Series win this weekend in the number 16 car, their third entry over there. They went 1, 2, 3.
How about that? Finishing 1, 2, 3, and then Watermelon Man trying to finishing that first. That's his first Daytona, right?
Yep, first Daytona win, second Xfinity win, and the cool thing is Daytona is actually his home track. Yeah. And he said in his post-race interviews that he always used to go there as a kid. Right. So obviously that's a huge weekend for him and his family. Yeah. You can't be any more happy for anyone but Ross Chastain. Oh, yeah. That's just such a cool story, and I think that he's the biggest name in the sport right now as far as who's coming up and who is doing it really based on talent, too.
This is true. I mean, a super special win for him and also to Justin Haley in the Cup Series.
Right when you thought that it couldn't get any more crazy, boom, it does. And rain and lightning and NASCAR maybe making a bad call with the 1 to go deal and then pulling it back out. But nonetheless, Justin Haley getting Spire Entertainment, the first career NASCAR victory in just their 18th start for that team ever in any series.
Just mind-blowing.
In the world.
It's super big paycheck for them.
With a rookie driver.
Right.
In his third career Cup Series start.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't write a tale like that.
No.
A lot of fans, though, are up in arms about this because there's some people that are explaining the Spire Motorsports, Spire Entertainment as just a cash grab type thing. Because what they are is an ad agency. They've been in the sport for a long time, but they're basically there putting sponsorship deals together for drivers. And what they did was they bought Furniture Row's charter at the end of the season after they closed their doors. And
so
now
basically,
it's just a cash grab.
Other tracks than Daytona, they would start it and then they would park it. And then try to,
So they haven't quite start and parked this year, but they have not ran well at all. And there's no evidence stating that they've tried. So a lot of people are kind of up in arms about it, saying that this was, and it's a total fluke for the whole organization. But really,
I mean,
I don't think that Justin Haley deserves all the flack that he's getting from this.
Right.
He is a good driver. Yet, did he luck into this win? Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
He wasn't even running in the top 30 when the wreck happened. He got through it, and just by the series of crazy, unfortunate events for other drivers, he finds himself coming down pit road after a lightning call.
Right.
And 2 hours later, declared the winner in just his third start.
And not to mention placement in points. He was also in the 30s, right?
So the team was.
The team.
He's not even eligible for Cup Series points.
Yeah, could be with this win.
No.
If he was. Well, you know what I mean?
You gotta be. So the way it works is you have to declare for one series points.
Right.
And since he's full-time Xfinity, that's the points that he's going for this year. So I guess one good thing that came out about this whole Daytona thing is it's a total wash, both literally and figuratively, because the winner of this weekend does not affect the playoffs, and we just move on like it never happened.
Right. It was a waste of time for all the other Cup drivers. Nothing happened.
It was. And that really sets up for where we're going this next weekend in Kentucky, where we get another 3 nights of night racing. We get the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and Cup Series, which we'll just roll right into the Wheels Up watch list with that. Starting them all out is going to be the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series at Kentucky for the Buckle Up Your Truck 225, Thursday, July 11th, 7:30 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. Then we go to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, also at Kentucky, for the Alsco 300, July 12th, 7:30 p.m. on NBCSN. The Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series at Kentucky for the Quaker State 400, Saturday, July 13th, 7:30 p.m. And then NTT IndyCar Series will be on Sunday in Toronto.
Rolling on to the NHRA Melio Drag Racing Series, quick question. Would you be able to go to that race? Because I am planning on going to Vandermeer Speedway. This will be the weekend of the 21st.
No, I'm going to be actually running.
Are you?
July 20th in Vado. It's my first race down there.
Well, that'll be exciting because that'll be the first time you'll be in Vado. Yet,
it will.
I'm excited to go to Vandermeer because I do love that track and wasn't able to make it last year. But anywho.
Beautiful facility, by the way.
Beautiful facility. It'll be a beautiful time of the year out in Denver, Colorado. This will be Sunday, July 21st. If you're watching on Fox, it'll be at 3 p.m. The World of Outlaws will be having their NOS Energy sprint cars at the Battle of Michigan. This will be at Hartford Speedway, Friday, July 12th on Dirt Vision. Also on Dirt Vision, the Badger 40 over at Wilmot Raceway, Saturday, July 13th. And the Brad Doty Classic. This will be the Africa Raceway Park, Tuesday, July 16th, also on Dirt Vision. Arkham Menards Series having the Menards 250 over at Elko Speedway, Saturday, July 13th on MAV TV. And to round out the watch list, we have the NASCAR Can-Am Pro Series over at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. This will be the United Sites Service 70, Saturday, July 20th on Fans Choice TV.
Yep, a lot of good races coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Busy weekend.
Man. What do you got going on in the next few weeks?
I got a lot of golf going on, some detailing, and Vandermeer Speedway coming up.
So, Vandermeer Speedway, you've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
Would you say easily the nicest NHRA facility?
I can't really answer that because I haven't been to all the facilities. I have been to the one in Vegas, and that's a really nice facility. It also is the four wide drag, which is it's another experience. It's taking drag racing and basically doubling it.
So
you get it.
I'm glad
2 + 2 is 4.
I got you there.
Anywho.
Do you think that's actually helped NHRA? Do you think the four wides have helped them? Or do you think it takes away from what drag racing really should be?
I really don't, because essentially it's the same thing. You're going in a straight line. You're just facing two other cars. And maybe for the drivers, that's more competition for them. Instead of one opponent, you're trying to beat three other components.
And I think I guess ultimately it speeds the show up too. Right?
But for fans, I think it's something to go see. I think
it's unique.
I would want to go there. I don't know. If I had the choice between Bandimere and Vegas, which is a hard matchup, I still want to go to Bandimere just because I really love that track. It's closer to me, but it's a toss-up just because it's a four-wide national.
Well, a lot of people always ask me why I favored Phoenix so much growing up. Before it was the beauty that it is today, because it really is the nicest track in NASCAR today.
Does it come down to travel?
But I don't think it's so much travel. I think it's just like that was the first track I ever went to.
Okay.
Growing up, and so I just immediately
it hits
attached to it.
Right. Okay.
And
you have a personal connection to it.
Yeah, it kind of turns in, I guess, to a habit,
right?
In some forms.
Okay.
Speaking of habits, you
gave up smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally kicked the habit.
This emphysema sucks.
No, I unfortunately sawed my fingernails off this week.
Sawed? How'd you do? Oh, biting your nails?
Biting my nails. I was doing so good.
Why'd you do
had
that?
To go and shit can us.
Did I make you nervous?
Make Randy all mad, and now I got all nervous, and I sawed all my fingernails off.
Just today?
Again. No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I did that waiting in the desert for Randy to come see what we did.
Waiting as the buzzards are hovering over us and Diamondbacks are biting at our ankles.
Yeah. So thanks for that. That'll take a while to grow back out.
Kick the habit.
What's your worst habit?
You put me on the spot, man. I'd have to think of it. Maybe sleeping through alarms.
Yeah.
It's hard to wake up some mornings, especially after a fun night. So that's not a good habit.
I wish I knew the feeling.
Maybe I don't know. I'll have to get back to you.
Maybe we'll touch on that one next week.
We'll touch on that one.
As far as this week goes, that's all the time that we have for today. Actually, I wanted to throw this out there too.
Oh yeah. We have a magazine promotion going on here.
We do. We finally are in a published magazine, the New Mexico Motorsports Report, which you can find it literally everywhere in New Mexico. It's big, bright. You can't miss it. New Mexico Motorsports Report, though. Huge thank you to David Swope for throwing us in there. It was pretty cool to see. I wasn't expecting it. I know you had no idea.
I had no idea, but personally, congratulations for getting that published, all by Spencer Hill. So I appreciate you getting us out there.
Well,
I really don't. I could give a fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone has to do it, and
it wasn't gonna be me.
You.
But that is pretty cool. It's something you can pick up and read, and we're on it. So
it is a cool magazine. It's the only published magazine in New Mexico now that has everything from hot rods to motocross. I even talked about iRacing and esports in this edition.
Okay.
And, of course, we cover NASCAR, IndyCar, World of Outlaws, all that good stuff. Check it out. Beautiful edition this month. And hit me up if you want a copy as well.
Yeah. No, very cool to see that out there. So thank you.
Matt, thank you for not completely killing me this weekend.
Completely. I tried to. I really did.
Live to get to another race this season. Didn't think that my first flip of 2019 was going to be in a recreational vehicle.
Well,
but here we are, full of surprises.
I wanted to celebrate your 22nd with a bang, and we sure celebrated it that way.
We did. But as always, you guys can always hit us up at Wheels Up Wednesday Podcast on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram the same at Wheels Up Podcast. Email us with any questions, or if you'd like to become a sponsor of the show, that's wheelsupwednesdaypodcast@gmail.com. As for Matt Omick, though, I'm Spencer Hill. Make sure you click that like button. Subscribe to our videos. We have a lot of cool content coming out in the next couple months. And overall, we're going to see you next Wednesday. Just straight out the show, I put it on, yeah. So much water on me, pull up like a stone, yeah. Fit exotic,